I'm hungry for it, man. You know I gotta get it. I hit the ground running. You know I gotta get it. I see that money coming. You know I gotta get it. I gotta get it, yeah, I gotta get it. Whatever's necessary, you know I gotta get it. Bullshit is secondary, you know I gotta get it. They say we legendary, you know I gotta get it. I gotta get it, yeah, I gotta get it.
We talking about like,
man,
there's memories right there,
man,
bro. There's memories right there.
Man, man, we talking 20 calendars, man. We talking 20 calendars. Man.
Hey, let me introduce my next guest, y'all. Let me introduce my next guest while I got in the building. This right here, the lead singer for the multi-platinum root, which is what y'all just heard from the multi-platinum root, Nappy Roots. I'm talking about my man straight out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, Big V, a.k.a. Vito Banger. What's going on with you? Welcome to Pimpoholic TV. How you doing, bro?
Man.
How you
Getting
doing?
through the year, man, of COVID, man.
Right.
Just glad to be alive, cat. Just glad to be alive. What's going on, Ma?
Man, I'm cool, man. I'm cool and good to see you, man. You looking good, man. Good to see you, bro. You know, we go way back, bro. Way back in like 2003, I think.
Man, I tell everybody, man, a long road to Chattanooga. But when you got friends there, it ain't a whole lot, man. I got love for the Ridge and the West, whole West Project, man. All that love you showed me, barbershop love,
right?
You know, Still Magic and everybody in the house, Keith.
Right, man. Yeah,
man. What's happening, man?
Man, I'm cool, man. Hey, listen, people, y'all don't know, man. This dude, we got a relationship that's a whole lot deeper than rap music. We go way back, like 2003. We've been rocking it since then. It's probably the first major artist that actually showed me some love and treat me as if I was family. You know what I'm saying? And from there, I built a lot more relationships. This was the first guy that actually took me in and really showed me the business and showed me love, man. So I'm going to always remember and I always respect you for that, bro. You feel me? So salute for sure on that, man. For sure. Right. I got to say this, man. Right here, we got, man, you got some history, Vito. You got a story, man. You feel me? So let's go back to the beginning, man. Talk about first, just growing up in Bowling Green, Kentucky. What was that like, man?
Man, like Bowling Green, Kentucky, growing up there, single mama from a smaller town than Bowling Green. And then she was a West End girl. I didn't know we were poor until they told us. So we moved there, you know, not know nobody, but we were on the happening street. Hell, family's how you treat people, you know. I wasn't around, I didn't have no dad or nothing like that. So for a while, it was just, you know, if you watch Jason's Lyric or anything like that, it was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, and there was fans in the window, air conditioning in the window for those who had money. Hell, you jump rope with your sisters and them, man ain't teaching you shit, you know. Just a town where there's a west end of town, and there wasn't no internet back then, so you wasn't aware of the other end until you got to school. And then the school where you go to is all poor anyway, everybody live right there. So just 30,000, man, liquor stores, pawn shops, and the same old story, you know.
What's up? I got to give a special shout out to my sponsor, the AM Group LLC. Let me tell y'all about the AM Group LLC. The AM Group LLC is an independent distribution company that offers essential services such as internet, home security, energy, identity protection, wireless, and more. Secure your homes and businesses. Get a free consultation from my homegirl, Miss Nori. Email the amgroupllc@gmail.com to schedule your appointment. You can also visit www.isnorinori.com. Click the services tab to check out all the deals that they offer. Salute to my sponsor, the AM Group LLC. Much love. Y'all go check them out. Yeah.
Told over and over again, play high school football, go to college for a year, and then you come back with a story to tell, you know? And that's typical until the child trying to break the chain. And then when you don't have no father and your mama's into religion, you kind of get a God to follow with them. A lot of opportunities go by you. And for me, it was, Pop was a wino and my mother was an evangelist. So I learned how to want what I want and still pray for it.
Yeah.
And so my whole street was like just a music town of guitars and cold beer and winos singing in the road and playing cards and one-stop shop, clubs and con men. And that was Bowling Green. I mean, innocent as hell until dope came out in 1989, 90, when that crack hit and Menace to Society came out. Oh, my God, what it done to my little bitty town.
360.
And yeah, man. And my mama married a man that was a country dude, man, that was into country music. He would listen to Don Williams or Fleetwood Mac or Bye Bye Miss American Pie, Rose Chevy to the living. And those songs, my Pac and Biggie was Michael Jackson and Prince. And football or nothing, that wasn't keen in my house. We come from biscuits and gravy, soul food, playing cars, I don't know, like Bobby Boucher, but the coach knew I was fast and strong and could play ball, So my mama married a man who later became the greatest influence of my life. And he was a country music guy, and he put that in it. And my mama was a gospel girl, and then my street was hood. And then to get noticed back then, you had to play ball and have a leather jacket. Now I'm 250 pounds and can fly around. So I put the ball in my hand a few times. It was a natural fit, all-state cat. And then, like I said, I went to play ball at Eastern Kentucky. I was good enough to get that move. And a female had a story for me about a baby, and I was one of them kids that was left on the porch, man, and stumbled to the hell. And harsh reality when you come from a single parent home that you don't want to learn on your nose, So I'm back at home now. All my partners either done failed or dropped out. They selling dope, the typical Chevy and Impala. And then a few of my partners could play ball, so they was up western on the yard. And there was some cats that was into music, like Skinny and Tez and Ron Klutz. They're guys from Louisville. They was doing telemarketing, and they had a clique of cats trying to run this record thing. And my homeboy Sean was like, man, let's go over there, man, and spit a rap and see what happened.
Okay, we're going to get to that. Hold up. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. That's what's coming next. Get a detail.
Hope I didn't take off. I get high and just let it go, man.
We finna go into that now. All right, that's the next question. When it came to the music part right there, how did everybody meet? How did the group Nappy Roots form? Where did the group meet at, and how did it actually form together? The group Nappy Roots. And then from now we're gonna get into some other shit. But just speak on that right there.
I gotta give a shout out to my sponsor, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Again, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Let me tell you all about the Chattanooga Cigar Club. The Chattanooga Cigar Club is Chattanooga's premier cigar and hookah lounge, open Thursday through Sunday with ladies free on Friday and live music up until 10 o'clock. Keep in mind, you can also rent the building for your own events from Sunday through Wednesday. Shout out to my guys D. Scott and Kurt at the Chattanooga Cigar Club. For more information, log on to ChattanoogaCigarClub.com. Again, salute to my sponsor, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Much love. Yeah.
There was some niggas partying around the corner from me. I would see them on Thursdays and shit. Now I would have some hoes and parties and shit around the corner from me. And I didn't know them or whatever. But I had some friends that went up western and was like, hey, man, D-cats is like you. They serious about their music. Like back at home, I've always was a rapper before a ball player. I would go to boys club and beatbox in the corner. Back then, it wasn't MCing, it was can you keep the beat, you know, make them. I had that role, you know. Vito was in that counter. And so I became the beatbox king. Then the legs came with it, you know. Then no matter what, at ball trips, win, lose, or draw, Vito gonna rap. That was the feature. So then that was put on the back burner when I became a ball player. And in school, I was drama and theater major, you know, acting. But that wasn't cool to mention then. You know what I mean? I'm macho. You know, I got letters on these jackets. You know, woo. So I was back at home, man, for this reason or another, and I had to raise a child, and I didn't want no child to go through what I went through as a child. So I didn't question that. I did that. Now I got a job. I'm meeting these cats of Western. We rapped one Thursday night. Skinny was like, damn. I ain't rapping that hard, but I rap this. And he stood his ground and he had this meaning to his rap. I was rapping senseless, well, not senseless gangster shit, but I was heavily influenced by Scarface early. Right. You know, mind playing tricks on me. Until I heard, well, I got a kid's mother that's from St. Louis, and she brought this CD to me, Coming Out Hard, by E-Ball and JG. She was like, this nigga here raps reality, and he sound like a lot like you. And I put the motherfucking ass CD with, it take a nigga that's hard from the start. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I heard that shit. I listened to that shit to a fan where I could sniff it, you know. And it was like, damn. From my sophomore year, I didn't want to be nothing else. After I heard A-Ball and JG. And then my girl brought that to me. And she was like, he raps a real story like you, not no folklore. You know, and I was like, I like Scarface though. She was like, but yeah, he gonna be in prison. This nigga rap about the way you live and probably the way he live. You know, a good car, Suburban, some reefer, some Hennessy, convincing the chick she should be on her knees. And on my mind, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just like, damn, I wanted to go to Memphis. I wanted, you know, anytime, my grandmother lived from Rocky Top, but that's Cookville, Smyrna, you know, and like, damn, when I heard this shit. So for my sophomore year, I would tell my guidance counselor, what you gonna do? You know, they get you progress report together, what you gonna do or whatever. I'm like, I'm gonna rap. Vito, how about pick something more realistic? Looked at it, realistic for you or me? And so whatever. And so that's what I was gonna do that anyway. So I just went to start doing television as far as broadcasting in school, you know, really working on my craft. And rap for these cats Thursday night. Now it's rich. They were like, dog, come back, fuck with us. And they failed out of school or something, went through some life shit. I had more kids. A year or two went by. Now they back. I'm back. We ran into each other. I guess it's fate now. And ran into Skinny. He was telling me he got some more guys. And I ran into a guy named Scales at a Dust Bowl, Fish Scales. He was telling me he in Nappy Roots. And I was like, yeah, me too, but I've never met you. But we both knew Skinny.
Right.
And so that was kind of cool. And his people that was around that heard me rap, like, he was like, hey, man, I got something to tell you. And I was like, what's up? He said, my closest friends, niggas I play ball with that I give a kidney for. I asked niggas when I got behind you, could I rap you? They said, I love you and all, but you're going to have to hear this, nigga. And
this was Scales said.
Yeah, this was Scales. And then Scales, you know, niggas, like, they kept on getting us around each other, trying to get us both to strike.
Yeah.
And I had just knocked the rapper's head off the day before, and some hating ass niggas around were like, we got somebody you can't fade. I was like, shit, show him, you know, where's he at? And then Scare Pop, you know, we looked at each other. I was like, all right, man, what, you know, and we both didn't buzz, and we just looked at each other like, what do they want to see? And I've never really heard him, you know, and then we just got together and started ciphering. Then he was like, you know, like, I get it, you know.
Yeah.
So then from that point on, we just clicked up. Prophet was the last one they brought around. Really wasn't my bag of tea. Still, you know, he was the baby. Really wasn't my bag of tea. I wasn't used to being around different cats. So I had to working on my horizon, though. I'm from a small town, and they, you know, they look at me like a local anyway, you know.
Right.
So, you know, we bridged the gap between locals and college students, and became one nation under a music groove, and was like, man, just reality is what we're gonna rap about. Like, 8 Ball was a reality, and for me, Outkast was a reality for Skinny, or Ice Cube was a reality for Scales, and everybody was from these militant places. Like, being from a small town, you gotta be tough as hell. Everybody know your business, know who your girl's fucking, know who kicked your ass in the 8th grade, know that your uncle done sold dope and got out too early. You know, small town, you gotta be tough as hell.
Right.
You know, so shout out to Bowling Green, USA, Corvette City. And the music came out like that, man.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, now, the group Nappy Roots is formed on the college campus.
Yeah.
From there, as a group, from there, how did the actual record deal come about? How did y'all go about getting signed? Because you just rapping on college like a bunch of other people do. How did that turn into actual real
people
record?
were stealing our tapes after, like, we do a concert, you know, we got the hottest song on campus. People steal our tape. So then we just burned the CD. There was a cat going to Western named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from Los Angeles. And yeah, he took the work back to Cali with him, got it on the A&R's desk. He called back and like, hey, we want to sign y'all. This is Mike Curtin from Atlantic Records. Ooh, bullshit, you know, shot the phone down, slammed it. You know, he called back 20 minutes. No shit, I want to meet you in Nashville. I want to sign you. So, we signed with Atlantic, the worst rap deal in history, I guess. You know, we didn't know nobody. Nelly just was doing his thing. And, you know, hell, let's do a deal, you know.
Speak on that. I want you to go into detail about that. That's educational right there. Because let me say this before you answer. A lot of rappers now, they just want to be signed. That's all they know. They want to be signed. They don't know what kind of deal structure comes with that. As far as publishing, ownership, a lot of shit they just don't know. They're looking for that upfront advance, being on TV, and then a year or two later they find out, damn, I wish I would have been on my business. So now, that you're going back, you say that was probably the worst deal ever. Knowing what you know now, what did y'all do wrong at that time when signing the deal? Knowing what you know now.
We was independent. I already had our thing going. We already had an underground store. We should have just used a promotion to promo and do a 50-50 deal when we had the money to propel our own thing anyway. That's what we were doing. Now we wanted to advance and make us some superstars. And we didn't know nothing about publishing and working with this producer and he gets this many points. And we didn't know the hell. We pouring out our heart and soul on the beat and making it what it is, but that's his goddamn mule that he done brought in to get paid twice on the beat that you bought. He owned the publishing from him, and you know, it's all a game until you grown. And then, you know, your second album, when you start being around some niggas with money and they realize that you a sharecropper. Have you ever watched Cadillac Records?
I have.
Like, I felt like Muddy Waters. I had all the talent in the world. And this group was made after me. And then took the group and then they brought another one in, like Kanye West, that was made after me. And then they brought a slick motherfucker in like T.I. That's a real dude that's already been through some storms and been through from the South. And he was more like the Howlin' Wolf. He had an ugly shop, but he owned it. And he wasn't getting dick. It wasn't no game. He done already went through what he went through with Arista, you know, and I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy getting my dick sucked, wanting Molly, And you know the superstar life, after party money,
Right.
4,500, you know, and shit like that. You take a nigga that you know, as long as my car was candid, Suburban and trucks out there on, you know, typical nigga setup. I wasn't thinking publishing. I wasn't thinking I am All Now. I wasn't thinking I am Good Day. I wasn't thinking I am Po Folks.
Right.
Like Jeezy when he left Boys in the Hood. If I'd have been thinking like, okay, this is my moment. Like I didn't own papers on Abner Hamlin.
Right.
All he did was sung on top of Po Folks, which I had already sold 500,000 of. And then we started meeting producers that this is my interpretation of the way Nappy Roots sounded. People sounding like me, or get a motherfucker to sing Sick and Tired of Being Sick and Tired. You remember we shot the place from there?
Yeah.
But then now people starting to put out this thing called hip hop. And I didn't know what I was creating at the time. You know, we was riding tailgates and drinking out of Solo cups. We didn't know we was making that shit cool. It was just all we had.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me say, I'm gonna go back to this, and I want to come back to the business side of it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the glamour part first. Okay, now you just yesterday you were a college student, a regular college student like everybody else.
Yeah.
Then you get signed to Atlantic Records. Speak on life as a major artist. How did shit change? You feel what I'm saying? Like
now everybody know you coming. They got niggas they done paid for that market. Like you think you the star. These motherfuckers feeling me. You don't know that they send a nigga like me or you that kind of done been in the business already, that done slip and fail, but it's into the money now. They ain't jumping in. They ain't the prostitute no more. They the messenger. And now they grease the palms or do whatever they got to do 3 weeks, 4 weeks before you come, and make sure you have that moment when you walk in, they on that shit, and you see your posters and shit, and you the new act in the house, and your records is keeping the bills paid, and now All Now is hot. We could trade you out for a show to play his record where this one gets paid. Didn't know nothing about all that shit. Didn't know it was just like selling meat or reefer. We, you know, was thinking, oh shit, we done made it. Look at me, mom. I got pictures with Don Cornelius. We on Soul Train, and Jay Leno, and David Letterman, and all that shit. And to the naked eye, that looks sweet. The motherfucker. Everybody seen you. Right, but you getting $1.30 off of each disc. It's in Best Buy for $9.99. Who getting $8? Right. By the second album, they were like, okay, we know who can't rap by now. We know who the stars is. Let's bust this shit up. And then realizing you're going to get blackballed if you don't fuck around the way they want to fuck around now. Right. They know you ain't shit without them. They know that you only good as they money. They made you like Flavor Flav. You did? Mm-hmm. So again, okay, now you too popular to sell that shit where you were selling it, you know, before that record took off. And then niggas that was bumping your record, they don't bump your record no more. They don't want it. They don't even want to go to the club with you in it no more. They fuck with somebody you fuck. Got a woman like you, you know, or whatever. He figured out he got more money than you. And who are you? And then when Jeezy dropped, I'm a real nigga and I don't like rappers. I was in the middle of that. You know, when right that time 50 Cent came through and shook that motherfucker up. Before you know it, you just a rapper with a single on for your 5 minutes. And if you ain't got no bottled water deal or you didn't sign $1 million advance and grinding and getting it like Rick Ross and them, you are now fucked up. If you ain't no producer. Right. You know, so a nigga learned that out there on the road. You don't know you ain't the shit no more till you on the wrong tour. Wow. Speak on that. Say on the wrong tour. Until you're on the wrong tour, you go to, when niggas are starting to picture you out there with Abner Hamlin, you at the Essence Fest and shit's going on. And y'all getting 5, 6, 7, 8 grand, 6 of you. That's 50 grand. And then time motherfucker get that, and you gotta have it, and now you got the outfits and shit. Before you know it, you working to keep that shit. You know what I mean? Right. Like, You ain't got that shit. That shit got you.
Right, right.
You know, so luckily for us, our hit songs is po-fo. All my life been po. It wasn't diamonds and furs. We wasn't nobody anyway.
Right, right, right.
It was just a cult following of reality music.
And so, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I guess being a superstar after you watch the movies, what all it cracked up to be, is just like that. 5 Heartbeats, you watch that, or you watch the Temptations. The niggas in the group gonna be mad at you anyway. Everybody think they're a pretty bitch. You know, like they got them parents, they want their kids to be a cheerleader or a model or some shit like that. And they're working them hard, and next thing you know, Bobby wants to sing like Ralph, and you know what I mean? Like that New Edition shit.
Right.
We went through that. After we got to the motherfucking main screen, Vito wrote all the goddamn records. We got to fuck him. We got to beat him. We got to keep him independent. What is he like? He like plenty of bitches and plenty of Molly and dope to sniff. And keep 5-6 grand in his pocket and keep him high. You can get away with all the goods you want. You remember me? I'm free-hearted than a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Am I lying?
No, you're not.
This shit gonna keep coming was my mentality.
Right.
You know, next thing you know, you don't fuck the right person the right way they want you to, he gonna blackball you. I don't give a fuck what you make.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So with that, man, for you rappers who think you own cause you got a video out and they playing the shit, you touring now, you better own something, man. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Just enhance your game. Live the same life you were living. Don't front on the niggas who in that town because they gonna blast your ass. I done survived 3 or 4 of those attacks. Nigga mad at you over a woman knowing difference between him and you is a spades game. And he know she didn't want him, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You the big man in town. She waiting for her shot. And he can't stand it. He love her, but he don't really love her. He just hates you. Right. And so, man, just dealing with reality after that TV's fucked with you. Because you going back to the corner now. So you getting at Hollywood, blowing asses or whatever you doing, or beating niggas for publishing or booking shows and you ain't supposed to, and collecting all kind of deposits and shit on the nigga. You still got to come home one day. And the nigga get tired of you, talk to your mother before you get there.
Yeah, true story.
You understand? So, nigga, like, best thing I learned about that Nappy Roots shit was just to keep my head and realize Nelly opened the door that can't nobody shut for country music of rap. Okay. So shout out to the boy in St. Louis, his whole movement, because it wouldn't have been no him. It wouldn't have been no me if it wasn't for him. Universal was there. They signed Country Grammar. And then Atlantic ran down the road 4 hours and signed the next best thing.
Gotcha.
Which was me and them Nappy boys. I'm going to shut up and let you do this.
Hey, so this, because a lot of this is education. I want people to take something from it. That's my whole point of asking a lot of shit I ask. Now I'm going to go back. Okay, Watermelon Chicken and Grits come out.
Yeah.
Lead singer, All No, Hell No. Then I think Tofo was the follow-up singer, right?
Yeah, both of them me.
All right. Now, this album goes multi-platinum.
Uh-huh.
When did you realize, at what point did you realize, okay, damn, how long did it take to realize we signed a fucked up deal and we not getting what we should have got? Was it when this came for the advance on the second album? Or was it when it came when the royalties you thought you were going to get out the first album and you didn't get it?
Royalties for the first album, or when I passed Ludacris or Jada or Puffy or somebody like that is getting Jim Jones, somebody over at college getting $4 and $5 for half the shit I've done, and feel like, damn, B, you was smart. And I'm like, God damn. So you ahead of me just because you from the city? You know, I wrote out all poor folks without a Dr. Dre.
Right.
And these wasn't no goddamn rock wallows or Optimus or no DJ Premier or no motherfuckers they were sending us to. These were niggas they done signed and can't get nothing out of them. And they owed the money, you know, for some publishing deal. Right. So then you taking the niggas beats and making thunder. And it wasn't before I met Rico Wade I realized who I was.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So like I said, for me, it's all been a learning experience. Now I'm a motherfucker. After you go ahead.
So after watermelon, chicken, and grits come out, and I don't know, and this is what I want artists to hear. This is what I want artists to hear. Watermelon, chicken, and grits come out. You watch your album go double, triple platinum. Yeah. Then you come back and say, okay, how much do I get?
Yeah, what's mine?
Right.
After you toured off of Sprite Liquid Mix tour, you been around Jay-Z and all these other motherfuckers. Nigga hand you $250,000. And you walk around with Fat Joe and them got that on their shoulder, on their wrist.
Right.
And you're like, goddamn, I got to make another album.
$250,000 after going double, triple platinum.
Yeah, man, I ain't have $1 million, man.
Right.
Splitting it with 6 niggas.
Right.
Now, at that time, like, okay, I'm made, okay, I'm waiting for my next deal. But every time a new management come around Nappy Roots, they was thinking Nappy Roots, we got to cripple V to keep him around. Like, I had a lot of mental and personal shit going on. My money didn't reflect who I was. You know what I mean?
Right. I get that.
Then so I'm doing Molly, maintain, hiding money from bitches, child support back at the house and bullshit, lame niggas. And then at some point I'm like, man, I'm walking by Young Dro and T.I. and they living in $1 million houses. We in Atlanta. I'm living out of the city. You know what I mean? I ain't living the way I want to. I'm gonna take a mart over here and too many people know where I live and shit. No, man, I'm going to Texas watching niggas who nobody knows with big money.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck being famous. I want some of this shit here. And I got the talent enough to do this shit. So then you on a team with a nigga who trying to beat you and they ain't as talented as you, they got to keep you in a contract.
Wow.
And we was already there by handshake. We was only deal with Atlantic. I never signed a deal with Nappy Roots. And we stayed together for a lifetime. And I walked away and it's still not contractually straight.
Right.
You feel me?
We're gonna get to that part too.
Let's get it.
Second album comes out. Would it be
Wood Leather?
Wood Leather, first single, Around the Globe.
Went to Iraq and shot the video.
Went to Iraq, shot the video with the soldiers over there in Iraq.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How was that experience right there, man? I mean, at the time we was at war and that was a real big thing. And then for y'all to be over there in the midst of all that shooting the video, I mean, how did that come about? And what was the experience once you got over there, man?
First, man, they vote on who they wanted to be entertained by. The soldiers over war, they done knocked the buildings down. They done took over Saddam International Airport. And the USO contacted Nappy Roots and were like, our soldiers over here at war, we want to bring them some entertainment and take their mind away for some things. And y'all finished second on a voting poll of who they most wanted to be entertained by to Jay-Z. And Jay-Z is not going to Iraq. Right. And what do you think? I'm like, hell, we soldiers too. And, offered us blessings, promo or whatever. I don't know what Atlanta got or whoever got, but I didn't get. We went on a tour, typical tour, paid like you were touring. They treat us pretty good. USO did their part. It's just always a thief and fuck niggas in the game. And you don't know it yet. You green, you from Bowling Green, Kentucky. First time I left the city, I flew to New York on an airplane. I didn't know how to get on the fucking escalator, I couldn't catch the timing of it, shit, Looking around slower than good catcher. And so, at this time, just like, damn, something got to swap. It's the second album. I'm walking around niggas like, look, Kiki, and you got these slabs and big cars and barber shops. I'm like, I feel like a goddamn fiend. I got to get home, Right. And then the hell I get back, nigga want to rob me and hate me, at the house. So I can't set up right now, So I'm too much of a star to do that and too slow to be a star right now. I do good music, but I didn't have no story or no hustle, no grind to me. Just a good old country boy. You do right, and they'll do right by you. When you're a goddamn liar, they'll take your soul. And show you on paper they took the shit and don't expect to get shot or fucked up. I don't know how to go about life after that, so I prayed and got away and was like, okay, how can I come back and improve what I done?
When y'all worked on the second album, I know you had a fucked up deal, but did the second album was the second album more beneficial?
$2 million.
Was the second album more beneficial financially than the first album? Because by now you're kind of educated on what's going on a little bit.
Not educated. They just gave you some more money. You the same hooker. Get you in a new city, confuse you. Now they find out what you like, and they make sure you get plenty of it.
Okay.
And then they send different niggas around you, different bitches around you to find out what you really like. Next thing you know, you got more of it than yourself.
Okay.
And then whoever doing the business, they keep him combed in oil. If you ever watch the business, like you watch NWA, which was Skinny, and Mike Karen, you know, they still talk or whatever. Hell yeah, I would too if I done stole the publisher. But I outlived it. He didn't explode on cocaine. COVID didn't get him. How you making more off my shit than me, man? And then he gets on Sway when they was playing that bullshit the second time. And Sway asked him about all this shit. Oh, we're going to have to sit down and crunch some numbers. Why not crunch numbers now, nigga? Why they get you on TV talking that fucking way?
All right, so let's get to that. What led, all right, Nappy Roots put out 2 platinum albums, multi-platinum. When, in your mind, did the problem come as far as whatever you're seeing, like, okay, something ain't right? When did that come and what actually led to the breakup? 2-part question. When you start to realize something
during Wood and Leather, it was like the money ain't adding up. Somebody's eating, and I don't like it. And Kanye West and them got more than me and done less than me. I'm like, Tip done fell off and come back and got his, and I won't mind, man. I'll write this shit. Matter of fact, you know, so Prophet left the group. It was a whole lot of distraction. We left Atlantic, Barbados. Skinny still got backdoor ties to Atlantic, lying about numbers. So we do a single deal with Interscope and do a deal with Universal for the distribution. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get the dry land to get with anybody so I can put a project out and get my own money. Everybody come around, they work for Skinny, so the fuck me. You feel me? So I still got personal shit going on in my life, man. And I just couldn't get to the goddamn money. You know how many times I started over?
Right.
But not this time.
So did the breakup mutual? Did you leave or did y'all have a sit down like this is not gonna work?
No, man, he couldn't tell me why my money was funny and how he's eating and living in Atlanta and why my clothes is on a stick.
Okay.
I was like, I got less bills than you. How am I not? Something ain't right. And, you know, I just was like, man, you stealing. You gotta be.
Right.
And instead of tearing his ass up or gunplay, there's only so much you can call a man a thief. So I met some swingers at a party in Florida. And you know, I got that good jug. I'm from a small town. Man play music. He got to have some good Peter and he can get some doors open. So I goes to Florida and regroup. Shit, man, give me another start. I was like, man, you don't need to be in that group. They ain't paying you no way if I got to do this for you. So I got myself in shape and shit. Got ready to put out my album, Working Class. I'm finally getting ready to do it. I done put out the Petty video. Here I come, boy. I got the album. Here you go. My baby's mother left my kids at my mother's house, and we ain't seen her in 10 years. So I went through that, raised my kids, you know, and learned a lot I became a librarian and read where the mistakes I was making. And this time, how am I going to sell? Not going to sell an album. What I'm going to do? How am I going to sell my product and make what it make and make it do what it do? So now I'm going through all that, man, you know, now not food. Before I even rap, we're going to talk about the business and who's going to pay for it and why are we going to do it? And do I want a feature or what the fuck I need that for? $1,000 ain't going to help me or you.
Let me ask you this. When it comes to being in a group, we seem like, all right, y'all had your ups and downs. We've seen a lot of groups that's like, who I respect the most, man. It's like Ball and Gina been around for the longest. You never heard of a split up. You never heard of, and then if it is an issue, it's been kept behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? It's never been public.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, what are the ups and downs that come with being in the group? Because there's some positive shit that's come with being in the group too.
Oh man, you never alone, man. You always kick it.
All right.
These the best times of your life. Them your niggas on stage. You know, before the money hit, man, we give each other a kidney. Before that problem, Skinny's my big brother.
Right.
Before that problem, you can't get smart with scales if I'm around. Before that, you know what I mean?
Right,
it's still a brotherhood. I'm frustrated about the contract. But other than that, man, I wish them prosperity, because we had some good 15 years together. Skinny put me on my first airplane. You know how your big brother ain't been hitting the mouth. You know, he's the big brother. He don't know yet. The little brother, hey, don't forget about little brother. Them. You know, they think they can say apology or I'm sorry or, you know how big brother talk to you. He gonna be under gunfire in the same scrutiny because he meant well. He just fucked it up. And I think that's what's up. And I think when Skinny became the leader, like sort of like Eazy did for NWA, it took away the sting of NWA. It wasn't all even anymore. It was like he thought he was the boss, and I knew I was creatively. You can't sell dope if it ain't good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you go in there and talk to office or whatever you want to. This the baller room, nigga. I know you the mayor, but don't let me take out the trash and see about the city. You understand?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
So, but other than that, man, we had the times of our lives. I still love their kids. You know, it's still a lot of love when I see their parents. I hadn't talked to them in 10 years. Now, we ain't friends now. I've come to that realization.
Right.
You can't be when motherfucker owe you and you owe a motherfucker. You know the feeling of it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess our situation is like watching The Temptations. I'm just David Ruff. They ain't found me dead yet. But together we make some of the biggest records the world's ever seen in that chapter of my life.
Got that. Respect. Respect to the group Nappy Roots, man. When I first met you, y'all was all one. You get what I'm saying? So it's all
that's why I said you seen it beautiful.
Yeah.
You didn't see it where we got to Jay Leno and the nigga ain't rapped or while we recorded, but he want to do the interview.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't write out now, but he want to say something because his parents and shit is looking. He didn't write po folks, but we're at Darko and Izzy now. And this is his chance on TV. And he wants to take from me. Who else is there to take from? You didn't do shit. So that's what 6 group members that got there. You know, if you watched New Edition, they had to be broke down for you to enjoy all of them as an artist. For a while, they were just going to the studio and watching rap.
Yeah.
So it was just like that. Not to talk shit, but I'm Ice Cube of the Bucks, and I wear my crown, and I'm good with it. And my solo, I think gonna be doper, because I'm more authentic, and I met dudes like me and you that I kept nothing but real relationships with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm just ready to come back and administer what I do. Real good feeling, except for now, you can scan my music with your phone and have it. And what you was gonna buy, I got it anyway. You want that chronic, that 33%, that 31% resident, that weed you can't get nowhere else, that's my album.
Right.
So now you scan it with your phone, you got the music and the chronic. But they don't make it but right here. You see what I'm saying?
Got it. I got it. I get it.
So there, and the Gummy Bear album, we all dropping on 420, man. I'm dropping 3 projects on 420.
420.
Yeah.
420.
Oh man, definitely.
Yeah.
And I got watermelon chicken and grits, which is a strand of the best shit.
Right.
And I promise you, 2 puffs you'll put it out.
Right.
I promise you. And
2
then
puff,
you got
puff, put out.
You gonna put it out and sneeze. You might fart. You might want some wet wipes around. You gonna fart a little bit and cough. Hopefully you ain't ate no chili. But you know, that's the way Kentucky gets down. That's the way we doing music business from now on in Kentucky. So this is my niche. This is what I'm doing. You scan our shits with your phone. You scan our barcodes with your phone. It shows you the music like a tutorial that's coming. You can get the Gummy Bear album, you know, for granting them that you're trying to get at the nursing home to eat. Or your old lady, you trying to get her to smile and she don't smoke with the gangsters. I got the Gummy Bear album. And it's still that chronic. And then I got the shit for me and you. You just scan it with your phone. If you want the collector's album, you can get the whole ounce for $250 and get all the projects. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's the new thing, and I'm only touring in legal states. You can't even book me if your state ain't legal.
Okay. Smart.
So I'm looking to, to sell a pound or two at a meet and greet. Or a dub, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's the new thing. Remember when I was explaining it to you?
Yeah,
Yeah, you remember when I was like, I don't think you see it yet, but let me show it to you again. So this is the top of the South you see by Happy. This is headquarters right here.
We're finna get him back right there.
This is me.
Yeah.
This is the top of the South, and definitely a hemp farmer right now. And what we're doing, man, is just turning good music, good reefer to a good situation, and got that vibe. And all I'm doing is showing everybody I'm back with Good Day. I'm back with Pope Folks. I'm back with All Now, the king of barbecue music. I ain't some old badass nigga. My mama prayed for me. But I bring you reality rap and what a nigga really desires to do. We always want to roll with a drop top Suburban, 5-truck red sitting on 30s with a woman of your desire. I like Thelma from Good Times. My homeboys like white girl. But, you feel me?
Oh, yeah. Let me get into this. So now Vito Banger, you doing your solo thing now.
Yeah.
That's the things I want to talk about. You're doing your solo thing now. So you moved on, you're prospering solo. Let's speak on this movie situation, man. It just came about, man. Tell us about that, man, the movie.
Man, there was a lady named Jamie McCoy that used to manage Pastor Troy back in his days over at Universal.
Shout out to Troy.
Yeah, shout out to Jamie, shout out to Troy. Always big moves. And Jamie would encourage me, like, V, you got a solo thing that I think you're nagging behind. And she was like, I just want to see what you got on screen. I heard about you. So she had a movie of Don't Shoot the Messenger, just a cameo. I came in there and showed my ass. Then the writers for the next film, like, what you think about this part? And I read for it. And it's called 45 Seconds. It was bank jackets back in the 90s. Boys got away with $2.7 million in 6 robberies and didn't get caught in 45 seconds. So we kind of reenact that. And I landed a starring role in the movie, man. I'm on 13 scenes with some pretty bad, decent, talented motherfuckers. The boy from ATL, I think nigga name, light-skinned nigga. I think his name Marquise for real. The boy, the little light-skinned nigga was in the movie. Who? Marquise Moore. The boy that played Hey Ray, I get used to this in life. He in it. My girl Chandrella from Napoleon Dynamite, she in it. So it's got a good cast, man.
Okay.
Shot in Florida. And like I say, man, I did my thing in it. And I think for many more roles now to come on some grown man shit, the phone's ringing for that. Soon as COVID lift, man, I got this breath of fresh air. Still reality rap, man.
All right, man. So now you're on the big screen now, man. You're on the big screen doing the movies. You got 2 up on your back, 2 up on your belt, and more coming.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Now let's speak on this right here. The location you at now, the hemp store. Talk about give us promote that. Give us some game on that. You got your own hemp location.
Yeah, I'm right. Name of my store is Top of the South. I'm located on Louisville Road, Bowling Green, Kentucky, 42103. Hemp, which is a lot of products are made off of it. Shirts, shoes, for your smoking pleasure. for your relaxation pleasure. CBD oil. We got massage oil for your pet, for you, your old lady. I don't smoke that shit. Well, we got gummy bears, honey. We don't mess up them pretty lungs of yours.
Yeah.
Then we got the hemp, the cigars, wraps, pipes, bombs, anything that make you a hippie, we got it. And if I don't got it, ask me about something else. And I got into a hemp farmer, man, a minority. I always wanted to sell weed as a kid. I always liked the feeling and the people that it brought around. Like my people sold dope and they brought silly gangster shit around, a bunch of petty shit. But the people that come and buy weed, and you hear their stories and they just want to relax and sit on the porch and drink cold beer and lie to each other or tell the truth and go dancing, or whatever in the country. So I knew I didn't want to be no police officer and I didn't want to be no damn orderly or nothing, but I always wanted to be a weed man and own a porno store. Me, I'm a
The porno store.
Yeah, and I'm around those people. They like to loosen up and have a good time, Shout out to all the people on swinglife.com. And that's kind of my people, like a gentle crowd, all the hippies, and we cool, want to marry your woman, but we ain't naive. You can't eat steak every day or it's just steak. Huh? All right. So So Vito with the free crowd, the free birds, man, for the weed smokers, cats with reality rap, cats who grew up on Ball, MJG, NWA, UGK, Devin the Dude.
Oh yeah, Devin. Shout out.
Yeah, I like look. I wants to do something with him and Afro.
That nigga so hard, bro. He's so hard,
man.
That nigga Devin hard.
We know a few of some of the same common people, man. All squad cat. And man. So definitely want to work with these cats, man, and create some nights out that got those vibes that cats like me and you, the weed smoking crowd, like a Ball G, Devin the Dude, Vito Banger concert, where we got that Memphis strand in the back, and we got Kentucky strand in the back, and we got Texas strand. You know what I mean? Where it's
I get it.
Real meet and greet, it's a barbecue, and we no hard head shit. We all want to go home. We want a car show. We want to look at something. Nigga do. But the cool shit, man. Nigga want to go home and enjoy his gifts and still flex with his people. So this is what Kentucky now working, like all the working I put in Nappy Roots, that we never had sat down in Kentucky and realized what we have done and what Kentucky has done for us. So now I come to reclaim hick hop, which is reality rap of a country boy. All the white boys is telling our stories. I'm ready to do them songs and make it make sense. Shout out to Bubba Sparks and Haystack. Bubba K. I went to Iraq with Bubba K. I really know Bubba.
We used to bump shows back in the day,
Shout out to KO and all the boys making that music, Fat Shan and all them folks over there. So just really ready to get back with it, Crucifix and all them boys, and really just ready to make that Haystack album with the Rocky Top Tennessee remix, or whatever we gonna do with Lil White and Juicy and just to get with, everybody.
Get back in the mix, man.
Get back with it.
Start working,
So now they got the movie behind me. And this store gonna create a few buzzes when we drop the Gummy Bear album. I got my son on television playing in the SEC. Showcasing his talent. So I just been working, man. Nigga been busy. Shot the movies. Me and Pat trying to open up stores. I got my abstract gear coming. It's my homeboy.
Oh, you got merch. Clothing line.
Yeah, man. It's different, man.
Okay.
It's abstract, man.
All right.
It's just different for a different. This ain't some badass nigga trying to be some gangster and tell you to shoot up shit. No, the pistol's right here, and so is the weed. And I'm ready to have a good time. Just I expect you to have yours. We gonna have a good time. Where the Crown Royal bag, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Come on out, or whatever. Bring her out. We ain't looking to take her. He's married. Hell, they got grandbabies over there. Let's perform a few classics. You know what I mean?
All love.
So
Hey,
yeah,
so
bringing that Nappy
give 'em,
Roots feeling back.
give everybody, man, your social media and YouTube information so they can follow you, bro. All the listeners,
Man,
they don't know how to
Vito Banga, one word, VITOBANGA. He on YouTube, a Big V of Nappy Roots. Thanks for everybody going to peep out. We were young. I'm like at 500,000 views on Facebook alone. Just ready to recount the flame. I'm all over the place. Where else I'm at, huh?
Facebook at Big V of Nappy Roots.
I'm at Facebook of Big V of Nappy Roots. I smoke so much I can't even remember what I'm doing. At Big V at _ Nappy Roots. Shout out to them boys doing their thing. TikTok, Big V of Nappy Roots. Them boys is like the Temptations. They doing their thing. It's just Eddie and David over here, and we doing ours over here too.
Salute.
So the name of the album, the rap album I'm finna put out is Watermelon Chicken and Grits, Part 2, Still Eating, Table for One. And
Table for one.
yeah, Table for One. It's a strand. It's 31%. I'm telling you, 2 passes, and you're gonna need a driver. And that's what we're doing, man. You scan it with your phone, you got the music, sell your dub sack like that. Whatever dispensary we're gonna roll with in your state and town, you get the 2 grams from me and then walk in the dispensary and finish out your order. So we, everybody breaking bread in the town and in the city. This is what we doing. Definitely gonna get with you and the Smokies. And then we're gonna put on that show for them skiing next year with 8 Ball and JG. You know how
Yeah.
Let's go to the ski range with this chronic, man. Do what we do. All right.
Let's do it, bro. Hey, man, my brother, Big V from Nappy Roots, man. It's much love, man. It's all love here, man. I appreciate you for checking in, my nigga. And, of course, we're going to always stay in touch. You know I don't stop right here, bro. But I appreciate you for tuning in to the podcast, man. Much love.
All love. I fuck with you the long way, man.
Man, you really do. You really do.
Money.
You really do,
bro. We're going to make some money, and we're going to make some more moves. Keep it Tennessee, man.
All right, much love, dog. For sure.
One.